dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs
What up,
you.
y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about Dynamite, February 12, 2025. Tony Taz, Excalibur on commentary. We're in Austin, Texas, and we started off with the greatest wrestler in the world, Max. Platinum Max, that is, versus Hangman Adam Page. Well, he comes out, cuts a promo. He introduces it as an open challenge. Hangman comes out. Of course, Hangman beats him because now Max is a bad guy, yes, but he's also jobbing. And I think he's going to be doing that a lot with this new whatever this is. It had a weird opening to this show, though. Like, they tried to do, everyone was working out in the back. Like, just randomly, like, jumping around and doing this. No voiceover. No, welcome to Dynamite, folks. There's Hobbs getting ready to take on. There's blah. It was just them randomly all just there, just standing there. It was just a weird intro. Then we get to this match, and Hangman's angry. He's an angry man. Then we get a Swerve and Ricochet promo package, because they're building up their fight. I don't know when they're fighting again. I can't. Is that Grand Slam Australia? They say that was a mouthful. First match of the night is a trios championship match. We get the Mox Cult versus Undisputed Kingdom. Awesome trios match, man. I really enjoyed this. But Mox Cult gets the win. And, of course, they cause chaos by starting a fight afterwards. Then we get Daniel Garcia. We get Daddy Magic. We get Cool Hand. And they come to the rescue. Because they have to. Because that's the only people we associate with lately. And I really don't know what I don't know. Cope and Jay attack Mox. With Jay being part of this whole Cope and Mox story, I'm like, he's just a third wheel at this point. I'm waiting for him to turn on Cope, which I'm hoping he does at Revolution. But this was pretty funny. They beat up Mox, then they take Marina Shafir, shove her in the freaking room, take the briefcase. They got the briefcase. Let's let the championship breathe, right? Right? Cope, right? Then we get Renee with MJF, and that's he has a big match with Dustin Rhodes tonight because he's been disrespectful and everything like that. And then next up we have Joe Hook and Shibata versus Squash Gang. So you already know who won. Squash Gang. I'm just kidding. Joe Hook get the win. Joe does a promo, and I think the new stable name is the Ops. I might be wrong, but I think the Ops. I think that's what I have here. It's all scribbled. I have terrible handwriting, but why can't anybody name their groups really good? This is just as bad as the Pure Fusion Collective. The Ops. Where are the Ops? The Ops of what? Then we get a Renee with Jericho. Don't care. He's wearing a cowboy hat, and he calls out Bandito, and I don't know. We get Renee with Willow, and she gets attacked by Marina, because then Mox is like, the briefcase, Cope, playing a dangerous game, and walks off. Then, here comes Jericho, and here comes Bandito, and they literally do a face-off. Is that what it's called? A standoff? I don't know. Back to back, they both have cowboy hats, and they both walk to each corner, and I don't know what they were going to do. Lights went out and everything, and everyone's like, ooh. I'm like, I guess, sure. But, of course, then here comes the rest of the learning blah, and Outrunners come out, then Hobbs comes out. This is the best part here. Hobbs comes out, and it's basically a showdown between him and Big Bill, which I was like, and the crowd's chanting it, meat. So that was the best part about this. But the whole standoff thing, I thought it was stupid. Oh, we get Cope and Jay backstage. And look what we have. Look what you don't have. Look what we have. You don't have. And they're like, we're going to call you out tonight. And Jay's like, yeah, because I'm just here. Woohoo. Team Cope. Renee's with Dustin. And then we go into MJF versus Dustin Rhodes. And, of course, MJF cuts a promo before and after just because he's MJ freaking F. And this match is all the reasons why I love MJF. This match right here is all the reasons why this man is one of my favorites, and he's proving it time and time again, especially when he gets in that ring. It's something special. And with Dustin Rhodes, you know, it's awesome, man. I really had a fun time with this match, and the crazy part after is after MJF wins, he starts attacking Dustin. But here comes Hangman Adam Page. We've been teasing and teasing and teasing, so you know we're going to get this at Revolution March 9th. Hangman fighting, and then MJF basically calls him a bitch, and the Hangman comes back out because they were broken up. Big old fight. This was like the highlight of my night right here. I was like, you know what? I'm not a big Hangman Adam Page fan, but I want to see these two go at it. You know, and I want to see MJF beat Hangman and drop the cowboy shit. Then we get Megan versus Squash Gang. I don't get it. She just feels like a replacement for Jade Cargill finally. You know, and after she gets the win, Chris Statlander's coming out with her match with Penelope Ford. Megan, they look at each other and it's like, oh, we're teasing this. But do we care? Probably not. Chris beats Penelope. And what's funny is like Penelope's been gone for so long and now she's just losing. Losing. She's losing. She's losing. I love her. And Chris gets like Megan and Chris, and Megan takes out Chris, showing like, oh, I'm big and strong. F5. That's all I thought with her finisher. And we get a great I think this was like my favorite of the whole night. This made me like get some goosebumps. Like it's a Puppet Monday music video. It's a funny song. Harley is busting a rap like no other. Doing with Mercedes CEO with the puppet and just doing this awesome song. And then it just slowly transitions to like stop. And you get Harley sitting in a chair. And she's looking at the camera. She's telling you, there was a time I didn't know how to wrestle. I didn't know how to play guitar. Didn't know how to sing. I didn't know how to do, what's it called? The thing with the puppet. You know what I'm talking about. Ventriloquism. Yeah, she's like, or speak Chinese. And she's spoke a few lines, but she goes, I learned. I taught myself. This is what I did, and I'm going to beat you, Mercedes. And it just came from a real place, and I loved every second of it. I was like, this is probably the best thing I've ever seen from Harley. All the jokes, all the comedy. Yeah, it started off like that, but it was chef's freaking kiss, man. I love you, Harley. Love you so much. Then we get the Tag Team Championships, the Hurt Syndicate versus the Guns. Guns up! I love the Hurt Syndicate. So that's not me hating on the Hurt Syndicate. It's me hating on the idea of you brought the Guns back in a big old way and you have them lose. Why do we have this match so fast? We could have had it at Revolution. You could have built something back and forth between these two. Building that story. Yeah, I was just like, man, this seems like a pay-per-view match, but sure, we're just going to give it away here, and the Hurt Syndicate wins, and then it's just the Guns are back to square one. You know, I don't know, it's a little frustrating because I do like the Guns, and when he's like, you guys are a bunch of ass boys, they're like, goddamn right, ass boys. And then, of course, Cage and Archer comes out, and I'm like, no, please, no. Give me the Outrunners facing the Hurt Syndicate. Something. Not these guys. Mariah cuts a promo. Very passionate. She's going to kill Toni Storm. I don't know how legal that is, but she's going to kill her. Then we go into Cope and Mox. Well, Cope comes out with Jay. Jay's here. Hey. Cope comes out, and guess what's back? The stupid bat. The Spike bat. Spike is back, I wrote here. Pulls it out. Starts beating up. He's like, well, he teases. He's like, should I bring it out? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, let's see the championship. We haven't seen it in so long. What does he do? Tells Mox, if you don't get out of here, I'm going to beat the crap out of your briefcase. And, oh, yeah, there was a little joke earlier that I kind of just skimmed over is where Cope was like, I held a couple of these before, briefcases, like wink, wink, Money in the Bank. And I'm just like, bleh. But yeah, then he starts beating up the case. Championship does come out because Mox called the attack and whatnot. And I just said, I wrote here in my notes, yawn. But Mox is giving Cope his opportunity at Revolution. The only saving grace in my mind is that Jay White's going to turn on Cope. I'm like, can that be a thing? That'll make this nice and spicy. Because I'd rather Cope not be the new AEW World Champion. I'd rather Jay White be the World Heavyweight Champion. I don't think Cope, it's just, I don't know. Yawn. Yeah, weird opening, and that stupid sign. Oh, my God. I saw it, and it made me chuckle a little bit, but it was like, it was a really long-winded sign, too. It was like, AEW, blah, 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 not some hack in a ring that chants yeet. Well, that yeet is 10 times over than AEW combined with everybody. I mean, over. More over than all your favorite people combined. And I don't want to hate on anybody, but come on. Just enjoy some wrestling here. Okay? You can criticize, you can critique, but man, you can't deny the power of what WWE is doing right now or the power of freaking Jey Uso getting encores. I haven't seen one single person on this AEW roster get an encore. Have we seen Mercedes Moné be like, can we do the CEO chants again? Because that was fun, because they're piped in. And they can't even sell out these smaller arenas. Like, I saw a picture, I was like, oh, half this arena's filled. Like, wait a minute, this is a smaller place. That's what was so great about them moving to a smaller place, was because it felt more intimate, it felt more real, it felt like what we love about AEW. But if you can't fill these size arenas or stadiums, whatever you want to call them, auditoriums, something's wrong. And stupid sign guy, you're probably, what's the problem? Well, maybe not. I don't know, he might be a nice guy. He might be an asshole. I don't know. But the sign was stupid. Stupid sign. But overall, decent Dynamite. 3 out of 5. MJF versus Dustin Rhodes was my match of the night. Hangman and him fighting, freaking awesome. Puppet Monet video with Harley Sting. You should just watch Harley Sting, because that was fantastic. It came from the heart and it was real. So, but real quick, everybody, drop those comments below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Share with your grandma, shove the bum down at Walmart. I am Kane, being the sexy ninja, and remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Just a little bit light right now. Look, don't you worry about the precious cargo. You just worry about getting yourself and your D-Riders on that plane to Australia.